Every time I go camping, there is something that I'm like, yeah, I should have that, but I don't. And you would think, as much as I'm around it and as much as I talk about it, I would have the basics of what you need, but I don't. So we're going to talk about that today. What are those basic things that maybe you don't have in your camper that you should? So, welcome to the RV Small Talk Podcast, where we talk about all kinds of things relating to RVs. And see, that's not the normal intro. I'm switching it up, Lindsay.
Yeah.
So, what was that?
Switching it up.
So y'all know that wasn't me. That was Coco.
So we are switching it up. But anyway, we are your hosts from Princess Craft RV. I'm PJ.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Cody.
We have Cody here.
We do
I'm
have
back.
Cody. He stops in every now and then. He is our operations manager, which means
Absolutely
he runs,
nothing.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's true. But it means that he runs all the service here and in our Katy location. So service, parts, everything related to keeping your RV running. So, yeah, thanks for helping us with this one.
Always happy to be here.
Well, we have kind of a list of things we're going to talk about, but what is the number one thing you see on this list that people don't have that they should have?
Ooh, the number one.
Oh, Lindsay.
Go.
A trailer.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not on
That's
the list.
not on the list.
but-
That's very true.
Somebody give me a pin.
but that should be on our list.
I thought that was just a given.
Yeah, well.
But you know what? Do you know how many people have a trailer?
And don't know what to put in it?
And don't know what to put? Well,
Or
yeah.
Don't.
and that
What are
too.
you insinuating?
There's a lot of trailers out
Oh,
there.
There are.
There's a lot of people with trailers
You're
out
right.
there. So some people do have a trailer. If you do, I hope you're listening because we're going to have some ideas for you.
We're going to talk about some stuff.
So, what is your after the
So,
trailer?
yeah, after the trailer.
Once you get a trailer, what's the next thing? What's the important thing that will change your life when you go camping?
You know, honestly, when I look at this list, the one thing that I actually never think about that I see on this list is a portable air compressor.
An air compressor.
Yeah,
I don't have
Portable
one.
air compressor.
portable air compressor.
I think I have one in the garage somewhere, but I have never taken it camping, and I
Nope.
certainly have never thought about taking it camping.
Growing up, I felt like my parents always had one in the car. It was kind of like a given, I guess.
Well, you're always afraid
But-
that maybe you get stranded
Yeah.
But there's air at every gas station for your tires. So what's the big deal?
Well, gas stations you got to get to them.
That's
If you're,
true.
if you're low trying to leave the campground or leave the house, you need to air up before you drive all the way to the gas station.
Okay. All right.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, there are gas stations. There's also other ways to, I don't know, do everything. But having a portable air compressor in your car, can you think about like how easy that would be? Or even the like checking your tires before you leave and knowing that you have a way to fill them up, just even a little bit if you need to. Like maybe not even an emergency situation. It would be so nice to have that all the time when you're camping.
Yep.
I think, though, a portable air compressor, I mean, you're talking like a small canister vacuum here. I mean, this is a big thing, and we sell tons of little campers. Do you really need this? Because it's a lot of space.
I mean, they don't take up that much space. If you
Okay,
get a
well-
small one. I mean, they make little ones now that can do
It's
plenty of pressure.
2026.
Like-
That are battery
Can they make
powered.
one that fits in a shoebox?
Oh, yeah.
They're about
Absolutely.
the size of a shoe. The one we have, I think, is about the size of a shoebox.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do they make them smaller? I'm always going for smaller.
I believe they do. I think as you get smaller, you are going to run into maybe some pressure range capabilities of achieving the appropriate pressures. But
Okay.
absolutely, I mean, just doing your due diligence, they make them from very small to very large and robust, depending on what you need. So there is something that will fit in a trailer and not take up a lot of space and be ready to be used when needed.
Well, can I use one that's a shoebox size to air up my tires
Yes.
on a big truck?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to have any problems there. So that would be enough. Because the other things I'm thinking I would use it for is, I mean, all those blow up things for rafting or water.
Yeah, water sports.
I have a blow up kayak, and we don't use it very much
Yeah.
because, I mean, I love this thing. And my husband bought it for me for my birthday because it fits in my Miata.
And not much fits in the Miata.
That's right. So he
But
thought,
will it
this
fit
will be
in the
perfect.
Miata with a portable air compressor?
If it's as small as a shoebox, absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what I would want one for, is to make that job easier.
Yeah.
Now it has a little foot pump thing, but I mean, a portable air compressor is so much better.
What's next?
Okay,
What's next?
moving on.
We were talking.
Small
We were
toolkit.
moving on to the toolkit. Small
I know.
toolkit.
Okay,
So
sorry.
so maybe you have like a tool bag that you're going to carry with you. Be a great place to throw like your little battery powered air compressor. But other things that need to maybe you need to travel with in a small toolkit might be a basic screwdriver set, some Phillips screwdrivers or flat blade screwdrivers, or the most popular in the RV industry, the number 2 square drive.
A rubber mallet?
Always. That is
I said
my
that
best
because,
friend.
yeah, it's PJ's best.
okay.
friend
It's
that
my
we
best
keep
Why
friend.
is
using.
it your best friend?
Oh, man.
It's like the best thing to have in your toolkit, because when you have weak, frail hands.
Whoa.
Weak, frail
Shots
hands.
fired.
It's this is
No,
this is
it's
the pterodactyl.
Yeah,
little-
it's the burger hands. Like, I'm not making fun of her. I have them too. See?
Well, a lot of women aren't that strong.
Okay.
So
Whoa.
a lot of okay.
Our hands are so delicate.
No, let's be honest. I struggle with hand strength. Like I've had double carpal tunnel surgery, and I struggle with hand strength. So
Rubber mallets are
I
nice.
think a mallet could be easy, but maybe even a rubber strap wrench could be in there for doing your sewer hose
What
connections.
is a
Yeah.
rubber strap
Now I have
wrench?
a oil filter
Oil filter wrench.
for my sewer hose. That is in my toolkit. But the rubber mallet, especially if I can't get the latch down on the coupler,
Okay.
it's not that it doesn't fit, it's that you can't push it. So if you can just hit it with something. Now, you can always pick up a rock or a piece of wood and just tap it and get it where it needs to be. But that is one of the things that I need it for.
Yeah. Makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
So, all good things to have. Maybe even a voltmeter. You're out camping and all of a sudden your lights don't work. Is it a dead battery? Is it no shore power? Is your converter bad? I mean, these are all things that could be checked pretty simple if you know how to use a basic voltmeter. And
If
can
you
check
don't know
those
how to
things.
use a voltmeter, there's
YouTube it.
instructions online.
It's
and
so easy.
Super easy. So even if you're not mechanically inclined, it's an easy thing to learn and an easy thing to have. And especially if you get somebody on the phone that can walk you through things, you can say, hey, I have a voltmeter. Can I check it? And they can walk you right through it. Anyway,
I can do it even with these weak hands.
even with your little...
Oh, the weak hands. Ay, ay, ay.
So
the weak hands.
The question that I have is how much tools is too much? Because a small toolkit, it means different things to different people.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean-
seriously.
Yeah. It probably doesn't need to weigh more than 10 pounds.
Really?
I would think. I mean,
So
if
you
it-
think like
if it weighs more than that, you might be taking too much. I mean,
so like about like 10 to like a handful
Minus your
of
rubber
tools would feel like
yeah, I mean,
enough
really,
tools to go
if you
camping.
you're not trying to rebuild it on the road, you're trying to maybe open a panel to gain access to a plumbing fitting to see, oh, I've got a water leak in this area, trying to see maybe where it's leaking from. You're not trying to disassemble and rebuild the whole trailer while you're out camping. So I may be a little light because you got to think about a torque wrench. Maybe you need to do a flat change or something. So you need to make sure you have the appropriate tools to remove your lug nuts and maybe put your spare on. So a jack and all that needs to be part of your toolkit, but that stuff probably needs to stay with the trailer, things that are purposely put and left in the trailer.
So a screwdriver set,
Screwdriver set. Yep.
wrenches, just basic torque wrenches.
Yeah, maybe a basic slip joint pliers, a basic crescent wrench, adjustable wrench.
a light drill,
Yeah, something like that would be real
a
easy.
few sockets. you're ready to fly.
Yep.
All
What
right.
else?
What else? Well, some other things that you could put in that bag, just as usable things to have or leave in the trailer or not. Spare fuses, bulbs, maybe miscellaneous
Spare fuses.
plumbing fittings.
I feel so good because I do have that in my trailer.
Yes. Fuses are, people don't think about fuses blowing very often, but it could take plugging in your shorted out car charger that has been wadded up and folded and broken over so many times, and now it has a short. You plug it in, it blows out all your USB outlets in your trailer, and now you think you've got a problem, and it's a simple fuse. It's real easy to check fuses. Again, that's where a voltmeter could come in handy, or you pull the fuse out, find the one that it's labeled with, and you pull it out and check and see if it's blown.
Again, I recommend having a fuse puller.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems really silly because you can pinch your little fingers in there and pull it out, but it is so hard to do. And it's so frustrating, particularly if something's not working.
In the
it's
moment.
never a convenient time.
And it's down by the floor usually.
Yeah,
So-
and you're standing on your head to do it, right?
For sure.
So a fuse puller is super cheap, and if you get those little free plastic ones that come with your fuse kit, they don't work. Just FYI, they don't work. So while you're at the store picking those up, spend the $3 for a real fuse puller.
Yeah.
It's
Or a
worth
nice
it.
pair of needle nose pliers work well too.
And be sure they work, though, because if they're fat ones, they don't work.
That's right. They can be too fat. So, yep. Bulbs. Bulbs can be a little tricky these days. We are seeing a lot of LED stuff, but if you've got a trailer that uses replaceable bulbs, like for your brake light, turn signals, maybe even your interior lights, be a good thing to keep on hand in case you get one going out. You don't want to get pulled over just because you have a tail light out. Doing your walk around check before you leave, making sure everything works is your good opportunity that I've got a light out, I can do a quick replacement, and I'm good to go.
Well, while we're talking about all these mechanical things on your trailer, what about TPMS?
TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. It
It's
is
kind of become the
required.
norm.
It's definitely the norm in cars, right? Like it is required by law that they are built into cars.
Really?
Really.
I did not know that.
Yep. It's a thing. So it's a safety feature. It's a safety feature, but it also has fuel economy aspects to it too, right? So if your tire pressure in your tow vehicle is maintained, you get better fuel economy. Same thing goes with your trailer, and you have less risk of blowout. If your tire pressure is low, it's going to give you a warning. If it's building up heat due to low tire pressure, or you've got a bearing starting to fail, so you're building heat up in the wheel and tire, you're going to get a warning on it. It's going to allow you an opportunity before you have a severe failure.
Well, if y'all want to know how long you can drive with your little light on your dash saying you have a low tire, you just give me a call. I can tell you
It's pretty impressive.
some stories.
And it is pretty funny. Just side note that we work at a place where we can air up our tires literally
work.
anytime we want.
Yes.
For free. And raise your hand if you have low tire pressure.
My tire light actually, I had a sensor failure.
know
first.
that was all of us.
right?
For
Yeah.
those
You know
of you
where we were.
Yeah.
who were not watching.
Cody,
Yeah.
you literally park.
I
in
also
this
own an
green
air
kitchen.
compressor.
And you park like 20 feet from
From
the
the
hose.
hose.
But the light came on, told me I had a sensor failure on my truck. And I was like, I'll go figure. The truck's like 13 years old at this point.
Right.
Probably does have a bad sensor. Well, then it got cold, and then the low tire, and then it said, oh, and you also have low tire pressure. I was like, all right, well, it got cold.
First
so
problem first.
And that's
Yeah.
what happens. I
And-
mean, we did go from 80 degrees to
12.
15. Yeah.
Then back
So-
to 80 and then
Yeah.
back to 40.
So I never know. Well, okay, when is it going to warm up? Because then I don't have low tires.
Yep.
Yeah, they call it like the official signaling of winter in Texas. Whenever
Yeah.
Oh, the low tire
When
lights.
your tires get low.
Yeah, just watch the discount tire line. Whenever first day it's cold, it's packed.
Because they repair and air up your tires for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you have to wait in the line.
You do.
We just have to turn a corner.
We have to do nothing, and
I could
still
probably just.
You wouldn't even do that. You'd be like, here's my key. Go put air in my tires.
Yes.
I could even do that, and I don't. So, guys, don't be me. But yeah, I think having that on a trailer, because you really don't get the sense of where your trailer is, and yeah, it's trailer tires. They're different than car tires because they sit in one place for a long time.
They do.
And then they roll, and then they sit, and then they roll, then they sit. So
you get flat spots.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
just different.
this list is a really good list of like things that could make the camping experience better and like really good things to have when you're camping. I feel like TPMS and surge protector are more just things to make me not as anxious.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, they're
it really
protection
helps
devices.
me enjoy the trip. I guess just knowing that I had that. I
Yes.
can't imagine like driving without that with a trailer. I would just be worried though. I would be paranoid the whole time. I
And you
like
know-
that extra security.
Yeah, and Lindsay, we have customers that they need to know everything all the time.
Yeah, that's not me.
And yeah, they have all of these checks and balances and all these apps and all these
the lists
monitors
and
of
the-
the
yeah.
batteries and yeah, so I'm so glad that these things exist now, because it really helps people who have to know everything feel better about camping.
Yeah.
But even if you're not an anxious person, the TPMS, flats on trailers, is the biggest damage to a trailer that we see in our service center.
Absolutely.
So the TPMS is a way to see what's going on with your tires. It should tell you if they're low, but most of them tell you if they're hot.
Yep.
And that's the kicker. So you can watch both those things and hopefully not have a flat tire that just blows up your trailer and rips a big hole in it, because that's my fear.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So
That's really my
the
fear.
TPMS, and then I don't know. You want to move on to surge protectors now? I
Surge
talked about that
protectors,
kind of being in the
you
same
mentioned it.
vein
We
of,
might as well
like,
talk about it.
it's safety, and I don't know. I wouldn't say a surge protector makes my camping experience great,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's a protection device for your investment.
it lets me not worry about something else. So, yeah, it does make camping better.
Well, I think I didn't think too much about it. I've always had a surge protector, always plugged it in. And yeah, I had the Watchdog, which has the big face that lights up on it.
Yep.
And what was it, maybe 6 months ago, that I went and I plugged it in, and that Watchdog face started blinking, which means I'm not working.
Yep.
And I was really surprised at how anxious I was, because I was like,
Seeing it
oh,
blink?
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, now I have to run without one because it's not working. I didn't have another one. And running without one is just kind of taking your chances. I don't know why we don't feel that way in our house, but I do feel that way with my
Because
kids.
we're not plugging and unplugging our house all the time.
Well, I don't think that's an
different
issue,
places.
but I still think back to like. Now I'm not all that old, but I think back to like the
yeah, you are.
1990s,
Oh, yeah, you are.
and computers really started to becoming kind of mainstream, right?
Household
Household
and so
computers.
We
and
all
so
had those little surge protectors.
everybody,
we
it
had
was
to buy.
always, hey, don't plug it just straight in. You want to make sure you get a surge strip
Really?
that will protect
Oh,
your
yeah,
computer.
we all had
Absolutely.
one.
And so that was like a big thing there. Now,
I think we still have some around here that we're using.
yeah, they're probably bad by now. But like, and then whenever I put a TV in my house, I actually bought, this was my last house, I actually bought an outlet that has surge protection built into it because it was behind the TV, so it wasn't going to be easily accessible.
Right,
That way it would protect my TV, because TVs aren't cheap
right.
always. And so you want to just, it adds a layer of protection to something that you have spent a lot of money on.
Right.
And that's really, really what it's about, because it's protection against lightning strikes, which makes a lot of sense. But in RV campgrounds, it's also protection against low voltage
And stupid campgrounds.
and miswired campgrounds.
I
'Cause
mean,
that
stupid
happens
campgrounds.
too.
That's terrible of me to say. I mean, this is
People
always
who
my
are not
example.
electric literate trying to do electric things.
Thank you. Very good, Lindsay.
Wow.
But it probably
mouthful.
very smart in other areas.
Absolutely.
Or a standard electrician that just says, "Hey, I can fix that," and all of a sudden you
Probably
have a dryer
really
plug.
good. They're
Yes.
probably
Right?
really good
Yep.
at art.
Yep.
You you have a dryer plug and no. Maybe they're
So-
really good at helping people, and so they're helping. I don't know.
Well, in that case, I'm really good at helping people.
Don't rewire my campground, okay? But we do see so many things wired backwards or wired to 220.
Yep.
It blows me away how often we see that. And when people say, "What can I expect to break?" Well, first thing that usually goes on a campground is a converter. I'll just tell you, that is the first thing I see break on it. It's not slide outs. It's not air conditioners. It's a converter. And I think the reason converters go out is because they have an electrical issue.
They do.
Because
And-
they're electric.
They're electric.
There is some electrical issue coming in, and the converter goes, "Nope, I'm out." And there you go.
Very basic piece.
So-
Yep.
A surge protector is just going to make everything work better and be more protected.
And they've got a lot of technology in them these days. So
Another thing that you can see on your phone, right?
Yep. You
With
can
an app.
another app that you
Just
can
like
have
your
if you want it.
TPMS.
Yep.
See
And
everything
so
on your phone.
The
That's
Power
what I like.
Watchdog has a really cool feature on it that they have recently rolled out. So it has integrated Wi-Fi, which could work really well if you have internet in your camper.
Okay.
So what that allows you to do if you're somebody that travels with a pet, right? So we experience a lot of customers that travel with pets. Well, they don't always take their pets on their outings. They leave them in the camper and they leave the air on. Well, what if the campground power goes out? What if you lose power? Well, your Power Watchdog, if it is connected to your available Wi-Fi
In the campground.
in the
or
campground
in your
or
camper.
in your camper, right, depending on how it's set up, you can get that information on your phone through your app. And you can connect to it from anywhere in the world if it's connected to Wi-Fi and be able to monitor that.
So you can go save Fido.
You
That's
can
right.
be sure Fido is good to go.
Do you
right.
think anybody names their dog Fido anymore? Because I just said that off the top of my head, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't even Fido?
Have you ever known a dog named Fido?
No.
Where did that
And
come from?
I don't know. I feel like that was like a super common dog name, and now it's not. And
Okay,
it makes
Caitlin,
me sad.
where did Fido come from?
Fido the dog.
Fido. Isn't it just like the name of every generic dog? Fido. Ooh. Anyway, okay.
Anyway,
while
so-
Caitlin is looking that up,
So internet, right? So we talked about surge protection, how that might roll into your internet. Available internet features these days
Wow.
are pretty wild,
What a
right?
segue.
We've got a whole lot of things.
PJ, turn around.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
You started turning a little too much.
little too
I
much.
did. Sorry.
So
I'm talking to the back wall.
this I would look into this. This is something you want to research and make sure it actually fits your type of camping that you're going to do. And maybe it's a mix of all of the available options. Okay. So there's cell phone boosters, right? So these are going to boost your cell signal. There has to be a signal present, but this is going to help increase the signal at your trailer.
And from what I hear, it boosts it from like 30 miles away to, it helps you get a signal further away, right?
It's going to help. So if you have weak signal from the tower to your cell phone,
Right.
it's a raised antenna that then is going to pull that signal in and increase the availability of that signal
okay.
within your camper.
Because my understanding was if you were like 30 miles from the tower, it could go further than that to find a tower.
I don't know about that.
Huh. Well, maybe I have
It's
it
not
wrong.
my understanding, but I could be wrong too.
So anyway, if it's important to you to have a cell signal,
Yep.
then I do know that they help.
They
I
do.
do know that that works.
Yep.
So
They can be very
you should
helpful.
know more about that.
I should, but
All right.
you know,
We don't-
it's one of those things that I see really big in certain areas of our world, like the overlanding crowd, but it's not real big in the traditional crowd. But it's also really big in oil field work and stuff like that, where maybe they are taking RVs out to man camps and things like that.
And I think is it kind of a dying thing? Because if you're out there in the oil field, I mean, why don't you have Starlink at this point?
Yeah. It would
just-
probably work.
Just get started.
Have your
guys.
own.
Starlink coverage is growing. Starlink requires a clear view of the sky. This is the
That's
downfall
That's
of
the
Starlink,
problem.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you mount that guy on the top of your RV, every campsite you go into has to have a clear side of the sky, or you get real limited, if any, availability to the internet.
But I love shade more than I love internet. I'm pretty sure.
So you can do it mobile
When I'm
and-
camping.
and you can take your satellite out and put it up on a table or something where it can get clear view.
Well,
if
I
you're
guess it
comfortable
depends
doing
on where
that.
you're camping, because if you're going to Big Bend and you want to go remote camping, in Big Bend State Park, not the national park, which is literally just miles upon miles of empty land with no trees. And if there were trees, most people wouldn't call them trees. So
It's a big old bush.
In Texas, we call them trees, huh?
we call them trees here, but you might not. But so Starlink would be great.
Yeah.
But I guess there are times where it doesn't work. Maybe you have a little of both available
Yeah.
if it's super important to you.
Having a mix. Yep. Having a mix is sometimes required to cover, emergency responders have to have access to stuff. So they have a mix of the connection devices that they use.
Let's talk about sewer hoses with clear elbows.
Sewer.
Really?
Yeah. Fido
Okay,
would want
so
to talk about it.
A sewer hose is like almost a given, right? But you got to have one.
It's like
And-
things you want to see, but you really don't want to
Yeah,
see.
so the clear elbow, right? Why the clear elbow?
It's actually funny because I spent so many years hearing the parts walk through, and that part of the, when you take people around and show them all the parts and things they might not know, I've heard that spiel about the clear elbow for years, but man, it is so nice to know.
Clear water is running.
Yeah,
through there.
it's so nice.
Clear water is key.
It's really nice to know the sections of it. Okay, now we've moved to clear. I don't know. I just can't imagine what do you do without a clear elbow? People just guess?
It's kind of a given these days. There are still some colored elbows out there that are orange or maybe green or something like that where
What
you
color is my elbow?
can't see. It's white.
Thanks.
So, gosh,
I'm gonna throw Cody out.
threw me
Well,
off.
I tell you what, clear elbows are something that make you just feel better about the whole thing. Water is clear, you're done, put it away. But you know what? It's hard not to have a clear elbow these days.
It's a great
So-
thing to
Yeah,
have
it's
while
pretty
you're
much there.
camping.
And they make these new things with handles on them too. I am all about ease of use. So check it out. They make them with lights on them.
Yep.
Who knew?
And the one with the
Yeah.
light is really good because it gives you a way to actually grab it and rotate it.
And yeah, all these things that you need to do with a sewer
Yeah.
hose.
Lots
They
of cool
also,
things.
yeah. So one of the things that should be on this list is if you guys don't have those nice, easy to put on plastic gloves, just buy a pair. Save yourself. It's the way to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've talked about kind of a bunch of not so exciting stuff, but this is the stuff that makes camping easier.
It's true. It's a nice little checklist to kind of go down, make sure you have everything before you go camping. And of course, everybody's list is different, but it's a good basic list. Definitely some things that I don't have in my trailer. So
Hey, Lindsay, before we go, let's talk about all the things coming up because we got a pretty busy few months.
I know there's so much going on. At the end of this month, we have an RV show right here in Round Rock. At the Dell Diamond, we have then a special kind of show with special pricing just for truck campers here on our lot. And then, I don't know, and then we have the Texas Tiny Trailer Rally coming up and the Texas Truck Camper Rally coming up.
And they're in May. Both of those rallies
They're
are in May,
but
right?
people are already signing up for spots and stuff. So it's so much information, so much going on. We have organized it all for you, and it'll be both in the show notes and on princesscraft.com. If any of those things sound like something you want to attend, the rallies are free and fun and open to anybody. And the show is also open to anybody and pretty fun because we're there. So, yeah.
All right. Well, check the notes. You get all the details. And
We'll
I
see you
guess
next
we'll see you
time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.